Good morning students, welcome to the English class. I am Dr. Tripti Gupta from Shivjyoti Education Group Kota. Today we are going to start with our chapter 3 from first flight book. In this chapter we have two stories about flying, and the first story that we are going to cover is His First Flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty. So let us start with, we will take up this story here. See, both the stories are about flying, as we can see it from the title. So here we have our first story, okay. So part 1 is been written by Liam O'Flaherty. Now here in this story there is a young seagull who was sitting alone on his ledge, okay. He was sitting on the cliff and he was all alone, all else the other family members, his brothers and sister, and they all have already started flying a day before. So this young small seagull was his two brothers and his sisters had already learned how to fly a day before. So he was been still not taken an attempt to fly. Okay. The young seagull was hesitant and afraid of flying. Now basically he was a bit not even courageous enough to believe on himself that he can fly, and he was very frightened and afraid of that probably he will fall down in the cold sea. In this manner he was been afraid of flying. He thought that his wings would not support him. So he felt like that he is not enough, he does not have enough strength to fly, his wings will not be able to fly properly. Okay. So see here, his parents, brothers and sister regularly taunted him for his cowardice. So he was being frightened, he was not having enough courage, and for that reason all of them were trying to encourage him, trying to make him realize that he can fly and he should attempt for that. Okay. He saw his mother holding a piece of fish in her beak. So he was being, and for the complete one day he was being left all alone there, he did not get any food over there. Okay. So when he started crying for the food, his mother came, and the mother seagull was holding a piece of fish and it was trying to temptate the young seagull. Now he was being maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. So he started leaning towards the fish, and the mother seagull, it stayed a bit a distance away from the young seagull. So this seagull has to come forward and dive further to get that piece of fish, and he was being so hungry, so tempted towards that piece of fish that it could not resist that. Okay. He was seized with terror. So basically he just fell down, basically with a loud scream he fell outwards and downwards into space. So the moment he left the cliff, he started falling up downwards, and then he realized that his wings are being unfolded by itself, and he has been feeling the rush of wind along with him. Okay. And he was into the air space, he was into the space, and he was being seized with terror. He was being completely been overwhelmed with the fear and terror that he will fall down. His wings were cutting through the air and he was not falling headlong now. So now he has by himself, by his own instincts, he started flying, and he was now he stopped falling further. Okay, because his wings have been unfolded and he started flying. Then he completely forgot that he had never flown before. So he started enjoying his flight, and he just forgot this, that probably few moments back he was even unable to leave that cliff, and he was not been flying at all. Okay. So now he was flying over the sea, and he was been enjoying that green colored sea water, and it was looking very nice in that flight, and he was been flying over the sea. He was floating on the sea, and his family was praising him, offering him pieces of fish. So finally after that he landed on the sea water and started floating also very soon, and finally all the family members, they were been also swimming around him, praising him, admiring him, they were all screaming with happiness, and finally he was being offered with the pieces of dogfish as a treat for accomplishing, for winning his fear that he was being stuck with, and he was unable to fly up till now. So this is all about our story, first flight. Now let us see a character sketch of young seagull. Young seagull, he was a timid seabird. He was hesitant and afraid of flying. Okay, so he was having a lot of fear, and he had a great doubt on himself that he does not have the capacity to fly. But he did not stop trying. Gradually he gathered strength and made regular efforts for flying. So though he was trying, he wanted to fly, but he was still not been able to make it. Okay. Finally he forgot his fear of flying and made his first flight. With the help of his mother seagull, who wanted him to become independent, with her help finally he came out of his fear, and he took his first flight. His parents were quite happy with him. So finally he became an independent bird who can fly like any other bird. So this was his accomplishment, and this is how he took his first flight. So students, this was our first part of the chapter. Now let us move to the second part of our chapter, that is the second story, the part 2 here, that is the Black Aeroplane, which has been written by Frederick Forrest. Now this story is about young pilot who was been flying Dakota airplane. Okay. So the narrator was flying his old Dakota airplane over France back to England. So he was going to England, there his family was been there, and he was flying over France. He contacted the Paris air controllers. Okay. He called Paris air controller and was asked to turn 12° west. So he was being guided by the traffic controllers to turn towards west, so that he could move towards London. Okay. He thought he would be with his family and be in time for breakfast. So that is what he was been expecting, that flight was going nice, and probably he will reach London by the time he will have breakfast till in the morning, he will be able to reach London. Everything was going well, and it was easy flight. There was no hassles, and it was a smooth flight. Okay. Suddenly he saw dark black storm clouds. So all of a sudden he found that there was a huge big black cloud, stormy cloud in front of him, and he took the risk, and the plane went straight into the storm. There were hardly any option left to him. Only one option was to go back to Paris, for which he was not been, he decided that probably he wanted to be with his family. So he took the risk, and he went inside the stormy cloud. Okay. Everything looked black inside the mountains of clouds. So it was so immensely black, it was very dark inside, and he was not been able to find way, he was not been able to see outside. Okay. All his controls, the old plane jumped and twisted in the air. So there was lot of turbulence, and because of that the plane was been twisting here and there, it was turning, and he could not believe when he found his compass and other instruments totally dead. So All of a sudden what he found, because of the storm and bad weather, he found that all his instruments stopped working. Okay, he was unable to get the location, his compass was not working, all his screen was gone black, and he was been feeling that probably now he is in a great risk and probably he may be lost in that stormy cloud. But suddenly what happened, another aeroplane appeared and he could see the face of the pilot. So he found that just nearby him another aeroplane is also flying, and he could see that pilot of that aeroplane was been waving towards him. Okay, the pilot of the black plane asked the narrator to follow him. He just he just signaled him and he asked him to come along him, and he started guiding the narrator to fly along with him. Okay, the narrator was frightened as there was fuel enough that could last only 5 to 10 minutes. So, in the meanwhile, when he was stuck in the cloud, he has already consumed lots of fuel and only 5 to 10 minutes fuel was been left with him. Suddenly he came out of the clouds and saw 2 long straight lines in front of him. So, with the help of that black aeroplane, he found that he was being guided and he came out of that black stormy cloud, and when he came out he found that he was being he looked that there were 2 straight lines and that was the runway. Okay, it was a runway where he could land safely. So finally he found a runway and he landed over there. On landing, he asked the lady in the control room where he was and who the other pilot was. So the moment he was being out from his plane, he went to the lady over there in the control room, and there he asked that who was the other plane, where is the other plane, who was he, and he wanted to actually thank that pilot at that moment, and he also asked that what was my location, where was I. Okay. So the lady replied that no other plane except his Dakota flew that night. So then all of a sudden a very mysterious thing was being revealed, and she revealed that there was no other plane on the radar and no other flight had taken off in that night, only his flight has taken off. Okay. Now this was a very strange thing. The pilot of the black aeroplane remained an unsolved mystery for the narrator. Now this became a great mystery, and the narrator could not solve this, that who was that pilot and from where that black aeroplane came when he was in great need of maybe that he was been in a great risk also, and there were lot of chances to get crashed and get lost, but somehow he got that help, and he was still been thinking about that who was that pilot who guided him, who helped him in that hour of great need. So this was our second story here.